DCQ coming up next. I feel like that's how you guarantee points. You can still make this a 30-point game if DCQ gets this W, right? But here we go. DCQ going up against GamerB. It's going to be the Lucia going up against Juri.
About to give him the gamer business. Let's see what this Lucia is all about. Honestly, I love the continuity of the colors. Like he's always picking the characters with yellow or black and yellow, I should say.
You know I'm a fan. You know I'm a fan of always making sure your character matches. You know this. Get dumped.
This is a matchup I feel like DCQ is not familiar with, unless I might be wrong. Right? I may not be as familiar with the scene in that territory, but I'll say right now, again, Lucia. There's a very, very few number of high-end Lucias.
Character's definitely gotten a little love across the board.
Oh, yeah, with Trigger 2, most definitely.
I love this patience, though. DCQ is actually on the ropes right now. As soon as I say that, the activation on the trigger, going to push to the corner here.
Yeah, I mean, like, he should be in the ring and be against the ropes at all times, but he's one of those sneaky devils that brings out the chair.
Oh.
By the chair, I mean the mirror. Anyways, forward throw. That's going to be another one, possibly. Yep. Yeah, just a little two-step with that.
Trigger on the table, CA on the table.
You know, man, I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting on some of these players to counter that knee drop with a V-shift, right? Yeah. Had he done it, he would have been able to full punish with a quick one.
No, that's definitely true. And we've already talked about how effective V-shifts can be, especially at high-level play. We heard even Punk talking about it on comms when he was fighting DCQ. Like, yo, man, I want him to do V-shift. I want him to do violent knee drops so I can react to it with V-shift. But now, like, good players know this. They're going to be looking for it just the same, you know? So that means as a Urian player, you're going to mix up that violent EX knee drop a little more. Stand line kicks.
That's such a great tick throw setup, too, because you're still within range even after the second leg kick. Oh, the confirm!
Forward. Dunked. Wait a minute, gamer.
Oh, he's too far.
Oh, not dead though.
But he gets a side switch.
This mix is gonna be. Oh wow.
I love it. I love it. Oh, I thought he was ready. Man, that angle was actually disgusting.
Looked like a quick duck and then jump. Threw off the timing for the anti-air. DCQ. Gamer be 1 round apiece. Oh, the raw EX. Tries to go for the throw, and GamerB just using Lucia to walk him to the corner. Crouch short combo into headbutt.
Checking the movement, you saw it, low short coming in from GamerB immediately after that -2 situation from the EX tackle. Not a big problem if you're DCQ, though, because he catches a lot of people off guard more often than not. Ooh! Ooh. Again, a lot of swinging from GamerB. Oh, swinging right back! That was a counter hit Coral kick.
Into a combo, using the EX knockdown in the corner as well. There's a V-shift to get a little space. EX gets the activation. Here comes GamerB. Hold up.
We talk about that damage. Lucia, she hits hard now.
Okay. EX shoulder tackle to get out of there. Uses the mirror. Great defense, but not good enough. DCQ.
上怪人是不是？选个卢西亚来恶搞。
我觉得你知道你节奏，你也知道我大哥爱等嘛。
你
防凹也防的都是对，他也会凹的，反正你就照你的节奏啦，不说太多了。但不要呛他，拜托。
Oil King feeling real good sitting over there.
要叫一下，加油！
加油
I feel like there was some significant talks there.
Bro, I hope to God I got to see GamerB. My man, the way he has his arms crossed, he looks like a baseball coach right now. He had the chewing the gum. He looked over. The way his hand is on his chin right now, I'm legitimately impressed. Yo, Oil King, he'll stop.
Oh. Yeah, the flame kick to kind of follow up with the medium kick. Either way, it's going to be safe.
And we're not seeing too many projectiles from Lucia either, which is really strange to me. What a confirm.
Yeah.
Oh, wake up, EX headbutt.
And that was a good moment, actually, to utilize some of the fireballs that Lucia has to negate one and fire off one of her own. We'll take that. Final effect combo.
Oh, look at the corner carry. Not that much damage, but you're definitely in the realm of closing out this round. And you got the corner positioning. Didn't get the anti-air. Activate, pop it to the mirror. Didn't even go for the back throw. Goes for a reset instead. One more. Mirror gets the EX tackle. Oh, jumps out, gets it this time. The side switch combos, still meter on the side of Gamer B, and he uses it for the EX, and of course DCQ saw it coming.
You know, that was a glimpse of what should have been from DCQ in rounds prior, right? When he went for that trade combo and the crouching heavy punch. He just didn't have life to spare. However, in this situation or in the past situation, he had more than enough to get that giant damage combo.
Oh, crouch jab combo and the crouching medium punch.
Well, it does get whiff punished. Excellent spacing there from Gamer being good reactions as well.
That flame kick. Really unrespected unless it's on an EX one.
Oh,
jumps back out.
what is happening? Oh,
DCQ's playing his ground game, and it's really coming back to haunt him. Lucia, Gamer B getting.
He was dancing all over him.
It doesn't look like DCQ's prepared to deal with some of these anti-airs at times. I know we saw it didn't work out that one time for him because of the trade. We know he has those trade combos, but Gamer B looking to get wind of what DCQ's trying to accomplish. EX Chariot tackle to the corner.
We got to see these fireballs, I feel like, from this space.
I'm surprised. There we go. I was about to say, I'm surprised neither one of them is doing it.
Oh, I mean, like, DCQ kind of opened up with that, but we haven't seen a single one from Gamer B. Oh, no! Coral punch to get the juggle, or at least the reset.
Activate, yeah.
Check the movement again.
Talked about the carry. Gamer B can definitely get this round if played properly. 2 EX bars left and a little bit of trigger as well. V reversal.
So smart. Doesn't even want to be holding that pressure after.
Knee drop, you're going to have to hold it now.
I love the little stagger pressure there from Gamer B. But the defense from DCQ, just as impressive.
Yeah, we seen it that last round. We saw it last round. Looks like Lucia had it coming. Had the round win coming. Didn't work out for Gamer B.
Ooh.
Stand medium kick. Really respecting that range. Low forward. Gets the confirm. Standing strong. Wow. Gamer B gets one on the board, and Knuckle was instantly in his ear.
Definitely gave him the let's go, Bruce. You gave him the first name basis. Let's go, Bruce. That was perfect, too. He had that sequence last time. Caught DCQ with a standing medium punch. This time actually gets to close it, counter hit, and within range for the fierce. I love seeing that. There's a lot of options that Lucia has, actually, off of that standing medium punch, which makes it such a good button. Right? Standing medium punch can also lead to crouching medium kick on connect or on a hit, which still could lead to the run-up, up kicks afterwards, right?
Gunsmoke up kick, yeah.
Yes, sir.
UYU talking amongst
I
themselves.
tried to, but I watched that dash.
Gamer B talking about some of the tendencies
dash,
that
so that's why.
DCQ has.
And here we go. This is the final game between Gamer B and DCQ. And I gotta say, man, the Lucia pick, excellent choice.
Working out, man.
DCQ has already had the experience against pretty hefty Lukes in the building, right? I think this was a
unexpected surprise. I can tell you that right now.
This is the variable that nobody considered, to be honest with you. I don't think anybody's really considered the Lucia. Ooh. Checking the movement again. DCQ has opted for defensive options movement options for defense.
And there's
more
the
often
fireball.
than not. Excuse me.
Starting to use the projectiles now. Bruce opening up that Lucia gameplay, but gets hit by the crouching medium punch. Side switch V trigger combo, but a drop. No charge. Another crouching heavy punch though. Coral punch reset, got the tick, didn't go for the throw though. It didn't get the throw.
No, it was 2+, yeah. It was way 2+. He actually got the connection off the crouch jab as a counter hit, but still EX. And he still manages to get the juggle off the mirror. What? That was actually on Gamer B's behalf. That was Gamer B's fault.
Oh, man. Man, Gamer B had a couple of chances there, man. He dropped that combo. All he had to do was wait a little bit, maybe get his bearings. Could have went a different way. DCQ, though.
A little awkward on that one, that exchange. Standing medium punch being the trouble for a lot of players, too, because there's just so much that it could lead to.
Man, look at the spacing. Look at this spacing coming from Gamer B is what I was talking about. Gets the EX and the knockdown. This is set point for DCQ, though. It has been a little rocky, though. I will say that.
That was so awkward. That was actually too close for comfort, but Gamer B still striking first, being able to get that. That's nice a punish.
Okay, throw into the corner. Trigger on the table for Lucia. Needs to be really careful. Saw a little mini shimmy there. Stand light kick in the chariot tackle. Activate.
Final fight combo. Yeah, gets to extend it even further. Gun
Wall
smoke
to wall,
follow-up.
basically, bro. Wall to wall, basically, with that. You cannot take a hit right now. CA is there. You're dead if used properly. Gamer B taking this to a final round. DeLucia doing work. And I'm going to tell you right now, DCQ, you better make this count. You're basically at 2 bars. Lucia had to use all her resources to get that win. You need to ice her right now.
If you're DCQ, you're going to run the EX tackle. I'm telling you, that is the CPT breadwinner right there.
Yep. Look at this. And already basically half-life gone. And not a bar to show for it on the side. Or Gamer B, check out my new suit. Check out my new shoes. Hold the shoulder.
That's a throw coming in soon. Oh, you heard it.
Activate. Oh, wait a minute. And we've seen the kind of carry. I'm going to tell you right now, Lucia's cash-out damage can get you. Has 1 bar EX, so not much to work with, so it's still going to be a hill to climb.
Even a frame trap situation is so dangerous. Oh my God, he tried to catch a tech or something, a delayed button, but that's not the button he was looking for.
Okay. Needs to be careful, not close enough for the throw. DCQ with the wits about him, blocks the cross-up. V-shift to get out of there. Crouching medium punch to get the job done. 2-1 on the side of DCQ. That's going to be 10 points for UYU, and coming up for them is Shin. But this is now a 30-point game for Endemic or UYU. IDOM, I believe, should be coming up, and before I could even say it, my man's off the bench. We got another banger for you guys.
Man, that was a lot of...
The hits don't stop.
It was way too close for comfort, to be honest with you. Even with DCQ, like the amount of emotion that went off after the W. He was like, yeah! Like he popped off in a manner I didn't expect. I thought he was a robot, to be honest with you.
Do you feel that? The ground trembling beneath our feet. We've all noticed a tectonic shift in the fighting game community.
Let's go! Everybody's game. Nice! Let's go!
As our gods have been shaken to the core from the footsteps of young titans growing louder and louder.
You got it! Almost!
We have 3 Capcom Cup champions, all with an insatiable desire for glory. Oh, you didn't know. He's back.
Knuckle Dude is your Capcom Cup champion!
Capcom presents the return of legends, the rise of a new generation looking to take their spots, the pursuit of domination. A line has been drawn in the sand, and only the bold will cross it. This is Street Fighter League.
Welcome to week number 6 of Street Fighter League. I am Hollywood, Rob TV, and I am joined with my brother Vicious, one of the greatest in the game, and of course a mentor of mine, none other than Tasty Steve. I am proud to say that I've actually survived Tasty Steve up to this point. There's been so many amazing matches, and bro, please, I like this shirt. Don't rip it, please.
Did you grab your arm yet?
Have
you really survived Tasty Steve?
He scratched my face, bro, before we had to go on camera. We had to put makeup on it and everything.
Come on,
but something that you cannot not make up is how amazing all of these matches have been and how amazing these teams are that we have on Street Fighter League. As we have Team CLG, Endemic, Panda, Nasser Bandits, Red Rooster, and of course, UYU.
Just in case you guys haven't been keeping up, well, take a look at the new format. We've merged with SFL Japan to bring the brand new rules, with each team having 4 players. The away team submits their player and character order ahead of time, giving the home team the home field advantage to get that counter pick. Teams will play 3 consecutive matches. The first 2 matches are worth 10 points each. The third match, however, is worth double that, 20 points. If the teams are tied after these 3 matches, well, there is one final best of 1 match that awards 5 points. The teams with the most points at the end of the team battle wins. The points are absolutely everything this season because the standings, again, are determined by the total points earned throughout the season, with the top 4 teams making it to playoffs.
So every match counts if they want to get their fair share of this $75,000 that is on the line total. Of course, $60,000 of that is going to go to the first place team, and then that $15,000 remainder will go to second place, and that is a pretty penny to be battling for.
And we definitely have to check out the standings. In first place, we currently have Endemic with 110 points. Second place, Nasser Bandits, 75 points. Third place, CLG, also 75 points. Fourth place, Panda, 60. Fifth place, Red Rooster with 50 points. And then sixth place, we have UYU with 50 points as well.
Again, a lot of the standings could pretty much be shaken up at a moment's notice. We're still getting it week by week. But as it stands right now for this week's battles, oh man, it's going to be wild. It's Panda versus CLG to start things off. And of course, to round it out, still as exciting as ever, Nasser Bandits versus UYU.
Now that's a very interesting team battle that we have, not even on the first side, but on the other side as well. And on the other side of this break, we're going to get to the team battles, but it's going to happen right after this.
It's Panda versus CLG to kick things off into Week 6 here at Street Fighter League. Vicious back at it again with Tasty Steve, and you already know what it is, right? If you haven't, well, I feel bad for you because these guys have been killing each other out here in every single week's worth of battles. Again, it's been so exciting to see how it's developed thus far.
One of the teams that have been amazing through and through, and on their first debut, CLG, man. CLG has been holding it down for quite some time. It hasn't had a flawless record, obviously.
Almost a couple times.
Almost, but just being able to stay in contention with some of these other teams, regardless of the roster, lets you know just how strong of a team CLG is. But speaking of strong teams,
Yes, sir.
holding one of the strongest players in the world, their opponents, they're going to be going up against Team Panda, Punk, Kami, JB, Nephew. That's a very strong team that you got to have to contend with, regardless of the team that they're facing.
It's actually kind of wild because it's the battle of friendships between two separate friend groups. Right? We've seen, CLG being one of the youngest cats on the block, but still one of the most powerful teams because they have that team synergy. Same could be said with Panda, but I still think, veteran-wise, or at least battle experience, I think Panda might have it. They might have it, but who knows, right? That's what these battles are all about. In fact, before we even get into that, Kami, one of the catalysts that moved over from UYU into Panda to be with the homies, wait a minute. He does have that interview with Tasty Steve. Take a look.
Street Fighter League Season 5 SFL, if you're nasty. I'm here with none other than the boy, my little bro, Kami, a Team Panda. What's good, bro? What's good, man? First off, how you been, man? How you enjoying this SFL? You an alumni now, bro. You got like an ID card. You can like get into any door around
I've been
here.
here since it's been, like global Street Fighter League. I wasn't in the first, just straight up all-American one. Even Street Fighter League US, but we be the minority most of the times. I don't think this year. I think we might be the majority.
No, I
this
think
year.
we pretty deep here this time around. But speaking of, bro, speaking of this time around, you rocking some new colors. That's not no red, ain't no black in there. You on Team Panda, not UYU. Do they know you're doing this? You're not gonna get in trouble, right?
Yeah, of course they know. But friends become before business.
Dang.
I had to trade on them,
So I actually asked Punk about you when I got to interview him a few weeks ago, and he was telling me about how sometimes you're not reluctant to play, but you're like, yo man, I'm always down for the battle. But in your team battle match against GamerB, you was pretty confident. Punk kind of alluded to it, but can you talk to us a little bit about that? What were your feelings going in to fight GamerB?
Well, I feel like I seen GamerB play NL's Luke in some Saudi Arabia tournament, so I had an idea of how he played, and also I know Nephew plays Colleen, so he doesn't really want to fight a Luke, so I would just take the Luke mirror match. I'll take the L and just fight Luke out with my Luke. So the night before, I went to go watch a replay of GamerB. He went to play hot dog. It was
doing the homework.
Yeah, I was doing the homework. I was like, this is gonna be easy. This is gonna be easy.
You know my man been on Evo stages. You know what you talking about? That's GamerB, and you was cool with that. You was all right with that.
Yeah.
Dang.
So I didn't feel too much pressure, to be honest. I played Luke a lot myself, and also before coming here, I knew there would be a lot of Lukes, so I practiced against Luke myself.
With that being said, you guys have to fight CLG coming up. I don't know about your placement on the team, but I want to know some of your mindset. We know about JB, we know about Nephew, we know about Pump. I want to the swag god. I want to know how you feel going into the CLG team battle.
Well, I feel pretty confident because they're away, so we get to pick who we want to play. So I'm just gonna pick who I feel most comfortable against. And there's already one person who lives on the East Coast. Well, he lives in the Midwest, just a kid or so. So I feel like I might as well play him, considering I play him in rank match all the time. So I feel like, me and him, we both kind of know how each other plays or whatnot, but that's also the person I'm the most comfortable against playing.
Dang. Okay, last and most important question, man. You got to answer me for real. Who dressed better, me or you?
Me? Why would you even ask
Why
that?
would you lie on the internet?
Why
you know
would you
people gonna
ask
see
that?
this. You got to walk outside after this.
You know what? It's you. You know why? Because it's opposite day today.
You mother. Anyways, guys, you know what it is, bro. Good luck on the team battle.
Thank you.
We gonna send it back to the desk. This is SFL Season 5. Talking to Kami about, first off, who's the better dresser, I'm glad. Or I'm actually kind of disappointed in him. He tried to lie on the internet. But
it's not undisputed.
It's,
you have something to say about
it's not
that?
undisputed. He is one of these. He's young, you know. He doesn't know yet. But he does know his role on this team, man.
Yeah.
Talking about how he always has access to one of these top tier characters, right?
Yeah,
this
pick a
time
top tier.
around is Luke. You know what I'm saying? Before that, it was the Seth in previous seasons, and he did work with all of them.
Even prior, he had a Kuma.
Even prior, he had exactly right. So him being that kind of player, and I feel like every season he's always put points on the board. It was Kami that did that, who kept his team alive when he was on UYU. He's also held up his spot here on Panda already tremendously, and he's going to be our first opponent going up against just a kid. With that being said, I believe we have an interview with the lovable, the huggable Filipino man.
I am here with one of the brightest personalities in the scene, one of the sickest Chun-Leezys, one of the sickest Roses, none other than one of the West Coast finest. Filipino man, what's going on, bro?
What's good?
I mean, a lot of stuff is going good right now, man, and I gotta ask you, since I actually have you sitting right here, of course, you were a player that was already a top player back in the Street Fighter 4 days too, right? And during that time, I would say when it comes to Wednesday night fights and things like that, even earlier in Street Fighter 5, I feel like the West Coast was super on the forefront, just like NLBC. And only maybe just like over the last couple of years, it kind of died down more. And now you, Chris CCH, like you guys seem to be leading this resurgence. What do you think had changed?
Well, I think it died down because back in the day, NLBC and Wednesday Night Fights were super special. Not everybody had a weekly broadcast where so many people were watching and had that much people, the eyes on it. So SoCal was a place to be, New York was a place to be back then, but now it's just you're online. So it's very hard to maintain that sort of order. For me to lead the resurgence, it's because I feel like I'm a little bit older. I feel like my place in the FGC is to try and grow the new blood.
I feel like back then it seemed like you were known specifically as a serious, like I'm taking this very serious type competitor. In 5, I wasn't seeing you compete as seriously for a while. And then I would say when Rose came out, that's when it seemed like you, of course your channel was already nice, but I feel like when Rose came out, it was like, okay, man, I'm dead serious on it. Would you agree with that? Or, you know, what would you say changed from 4 to 5 for you?
It's Rose. That's my character.
Okay.
I'm a character loyalist at art, and I don't think I can ever get rid of that loyalty at all. Chun-Li, you know, she's my girl too, but Rose is just different. Even when Minot came out, that's Rose's apprentice. I played Minot, and it just didn't fit for me in playstyle. I like the character a lot.
Yeah.
So I don't like to play very punishing characters, and when Rose came out, I was like, okay, this character is for me, and I'm gonna make it work.
Bro, honestly, I know you said you never spoke on this, so obviously it's as fresh information to me as well. And I already respected you tremendously, but it's even more so, I would say like 20 out of 10 instead of 10 out of 10. Appreciate you talking to me, brother. This has been Filipino Man, the rose that grew from concrete.
There's a lot to be said on the surface of CLG, right? Outside of their friendship group, obviously they have that kind of bond together, but it just makes that training process a little bit better, right? The cohesiveness of it to kind of figure out, like, less pressure also, by the way, to kind of give that critique and be open about it. I think that expresses a lot. There's a lot that really is going into the planning, right? Especially with Samurai at the helm too, to keep them focused on the objective. It's super strong. It's such a great bond too.
Well, with that being said, man, I love the team synergy we have from CLG. I love the boy band synergy we have from Panda, but this is going to be the first battle, week 6. It's going to be just a kid with the Juri going up against Kami and, of course, the Luke.
I feel like CLG off the bat is kind of cheating because the spirit of Brian F. From last week as well, so they have a 5th member by default. But all jokes aside, pretty serious business coming from the side of Kami. Opening up with Sandblaster, but now just a kid. He's already trying to be in hot pursuit, pushing Kami to the corner, but you have to get past these Sandblasters first.
Hey, I'm going to tell you right now, you know how big of an upset it would be if Kami takes out just a kid? Not saying it's not possible, but I guarantee you didn't put him here in this spot to not get these first 10 points against Kami. And obviously the same goes for Kami, right? Kami already talked about how effective he's been in holding his team down, scoring ports, and
oh man, what a trap.
And keeping his team on the board. Oh, no anti-air. Needs to be careful. I don't blame him though. The normals from a character like Juri up close, they get really scary. Stand medium kick, definitely one of the main tools.
Yeah, but further out, right there, I don't think there's going to be like that much of a hazard to try to anti-air. But again, if he has meter, that is the biggest to counter hit exclusive. Yes, sir. Standing gives you access to that standing fierce as a counter hit. It's so powerful because it just leads to so much damage, especially if you have the Fuha stored up. so much.
Yeah, and you can tell that Kami's playing this game where you don't want her to get those charges. You want to keep her, oh wow, no stock as possible, but that walk speed, those normals, like it's really hard. And she can contest, and now that she has meter, you got to be careful with the sandblast. Dash up, stand medium punch.
Exposing the lows as well. Ooh, that was such a solid crush counter option for the anti-air. Could have led to a little bit more damage, but he opts to go for the stock instead. But now, here we go. Yeah, I think Just a Kid would try to jump out maybe. But just a little bit too lean, keeps him grounded.
He's part of that V trigger there. Now you got to be careful. There you go. Activate.
Oh,
okay.
Stealing the plus frames away.
The EX uppercut actually hits no cross-cut DP from Kami. Oh, we got a regular DP though. Yeah, you can't do that. If you have trigger active, trying to attack after any string is not going to be the smartest advice. Probably looking for a small air. Gets out of the projectile range. Oof.
That was so far. You cannot do it. Not allowed to. Damage building up the meter. Oh, yeah, he had the meter just in time. Just a Kid with the Eagle's Eye using that EX. So smart. Again, this kid is phenomenal.
All right, you're playing your game.
Yep, just keep it out. Keep it up.
There we go. Panda, of course, with the home team advantage. So you're going to have an opportunity to call out one of the choices CLG made overall. Yeah, that is fine. But now, Juri's got charges.
2 charges in the kicks. He's still stocked up as well. That's a lot of damage coming from Kami. That is meaty as well on the tackle, and Just the Kid's in trouble already. He has to get out with trigger. He's looking for an activation route. Ooh, that's cool. Yeah, keeps himself safe. This is plus.
Yeah, the V-Skill 2 for Juri in this situation is pretty nice. You're going to second-guess challenging a lot of stuff when she has it stocked up. Really curious that we didn't see V-Skill 1 in all honesty, but...
Or from the side of Juri?
Yeah.
I feel like he wants to emphasize having V-Skill 2 to keep the string safe, build up some meter off of that, and get a little bit of chip damage. Because V-Skill 1, I guess, is so difficult to even try to contest.
Kami gets the close out with the V-trigger.
Big combo damage, of course. That's exactly what Luke's do. But again, that's just the first round. And the meter stocked up from Just a Kid.
And look at the life lead he had going into that second round. Neutral jump right there. I know what that was. That was the scout to flip. Juri was looking for the sandblast. Kami looking for the reaction. Didn't get it on either side. They're still fighting in the neutral, but there's those projectiles again.
From that range, it's so hard to contest, right?
And that's why you see Just a Kid dash in.
That's exactly why he's utilizing the V-Skill 2 in this matchup. He's trying to keep Kami honest. There's no gaps between that still. Ooh, big risk, big reward.
Gets the knockdown with the EX. Kami has the lead in this match with the 1 round, but the life lead is in favor of Just a Kid in the second round.
Keep him grounded. Kami's in trouble.
Needs to be careful. Watch the charge up. There it is. And that was on both sides, right? If I'm fighting Juri, if I'm fighting Juri, I don't want you to get charges. And that's the game plan versus this character now. You do not want her to get charges. The damage payout is too high. Set point right now for Just a Kid.
It's so tough, though, because you have to think about a couple of things. Like, do you want to sandbag as your option? Do you want to walk forward as your option? It's tough. Juri has so many things to cover both bases.
Oof, cross cut.
I love the discipline here from Kami.
Tried to get the throw. Still in this match. Still in this round. EX is available. You got to be careful with the projectiles. And that's why Just a Kid goes to that range. He's like, hey, are you going to try to keep me honest with projectiles? Activation. Wait a minute. Dash up. Gets the knockdown in the corner. No cross cut this time. Juri has trigger. Activate after the target. Gets the sweep. That could have been so much worse. Neutral jump, guards the leg, stand medium kick, but no combo. Kami's still in this. No trigger, 1 bar. You got to be careful projectiles at this range. You know Just a Kid is looking for it.
He's charged up so much, too. He's going to be getting a lot of that is a frame trap. Again, keep in mind the V-Skill 2. Just a Kid taking it 2 rounds, 2 games. Straight, I should say. Super impressive. Kami getting checked on that knowledge just was not prepared for the Juri.
Bro, I fight Juri a lot, and I'm going to tell you right now, I always forget about V-Skill 2. Like, I'm always so prepped, because, you know, I play a little Nash. I got some projectiles on my sound, so I'm like, look, if I go to Nash, I expect the V-Skill 1. I'm like, well, I have to make sure, and it's still like a charge, right? She still has to get the charge for it. She can cancel it, of course, but I'm looking for that. took it off the table completely. Just used it to make all the strings safe, which is really good, especially versus a character like Luke, who has that long-reaching jab, can easily combo in the target to get the knockdown. Great gameplay for Just a Kid.
Either way, a fantastic showing coming in from Just a Kid, fully prepared for the Luke matchup. And now we're moving on to another Luke potentially via Samurai. And JB coming up, it's got to be the Rashid, right?
Yeah, man. We saw what JB brings to the table. I remember talking to Punk about what JB can do, and it's not something that a lot of players can do. He's very clutch, and he plays a very, very vital character in Rashid. All it takes is one player to know that you're not prepared to deal with these wake-up spinning mixers, or just can't control the game. I mean, yeah, you really can't, right? I mean, if you let Rashid get away with his gameplay, it's going to be so much harder to stop that momentum. It's like it's steamrolling, you know? Luke, he does have to kind of reset in a lot of instances unless he's getting these heavy knockdowns and trying to keep it forced on. But Rashid, if he gets this knockdown, if he gets to play, you're going to be a lot more reluctant to wake up and do EX uppercut. You're not going to keep committing to those, knowing how much damage you're going to have to repeat the knockdown. And once you're out of resources, then you're definitely not going to do it. So I'm sure that's going to play a part in this matchup that we're about to see.
Rashid is the choice for JB. Luke, the choice for Samurai. I don't know how often these guys play each other in person. But online, I'd imagine it's a
Let's
bunch.
go.
Yeah, you know, both of them hailing from the West Coast or living on the West Coast at this point. Samurai, definitely a heavy hitter when it just comes to being in the top ranking for best West Coast players, you know? JB, of course, one of the still standing Rashids in Street Fighter 5. Big crush counter starting off here for Samurai.
Didn't get the just frame, by the way. He is able to get the just frame flash knuckle to get the bounce off, but wasn't in time.
Dash up, low forward. Starts with the whirlwind pressure right now. Medium kick. Thought we saw something brewing in the background. The dash up. Sandblast just to keep JB
that was a little awkward. I think
good.
JB tried to go for a whiff punish just a little bit out of space. Look at the patience. We talked about the different play styles, or at least Rob TV had mentioned it. Samurai is definitely willing to play that patient game.
I'm surprised we haven't seen more medium kick from Rashid. More forward medium punch as well. EX to get in. Oh, forward throw. This is the game JB likes to play. What a check. What an answer. Forward throw again. Forward medium punch in the EX. More throw pressure.
I was talking about this earlier in regards to suppressor. We're going to have to wait for that moment. Hold on. Hold on. The mix is there.
Off the backboard. Keeps the corner. Wake up EX uppercut. I'm out of there. V-trigger activation.
Oh, that was so scary. That was a little bit too sus. I thought Samurai was going to get ready for that uppercut, but still now it's been all JB. Thus far, the interruption. No. Okay, that is trigger 2, by the way. Thermobarrac's not going to be on the table.
JB in a lot of trouble. 10 seconds just about left on the clock with the life lead in favor of Samurai.
Are you kidding me?
Long distance whiff punish right there with the crouch jab.
The long fist of the law. My man just stopped him at the stoplight. He's like, let me see your license and registration. You're going to have to stop right there.
Standing kick to start it off. What a whiff punish. Samurai.
I'm so sorry. You okay?
That's all right. I'm okay. I deserve that.
Oof. So sick.
Go forward. Confirm off the crouching heavy punch. Gets the corner mix now. What's the option on wake up?
And I love the little interruptions there from Samurai as well. Having JB second guess what's going to happen in regards to the defensive options. But now, trigger 2 pretty much locked and loaded for Samurai. Any big hit is going to be, any opener is going to be very significant.
Oh, wow. Stand like kick. Gets the just frame this time. Dash up. Got to hold the Sandblaster. Tries to get something started with the force feed trigger. Gets to throw one more powered up option. Playing back to the middle of the screen now. Yeah, they're just chilling. Hanging out.
I'm so scared for Rashid right now just because of the bar down below on the right with Luke. Any big opener could also lead to critical art. I think there's just enough life for him to take it out. Even further. Getting closer to that win point.
Just tried to force it, and that was a bad idea. Luke, another CA now.
Oh, that's fine. That's totally. Oh, man, the audacity for Samurai.
Oh, let's go.
I gotta say, man, you were at that win condition at a higher percentage, so I don't blame JB to kind of like, you know, play it and be stuck there. It was a scary situation. That was mad intimidating.
I'm gonna tell you right now, that's not the first time we've seen Samurai in SFL history walk up and throw you with the audacity. Ooh, the check so smart. You're not finna charge that whirlwind in my face just to get some free pressure. No. No, you will not, sir.
Yeah, the roundhouse one is so much harder to even try to like keep somebody honest on defense. There's a significant time to interrupt, right? That's been part of the meta now for a while.
No whiff punish. That high, heavy kick. V-shift break so far. Knockdown in the corner. Hold this meter. Another throw. This doesn't mean too much to Samurai. We know he can run it back. All he needs is a proper hit. 4 throws in a row now.
Nice.
Gonna ask for a receipt after that one, man.
I don't know. There's like less than a 30-day policy now. I don't think you can return it. I've asked corporate.
See, you've had this conversation before.
I sure have, man. It's stressful. Either way, not as stressful as this position for Samurai. Again, being at the life deficit, it's going to be kind of tantalizing to move forward, but Sugar is a great way to start things off. JB still being as active as ever. You were talking about the medium kick. Well, there you go. It does get punished.
Wow, another situation. And you got to be careful with the checks. Back throw, powered up option. Tick throw, check. Samurai prepared. The second game is really important. We're getting to this 20-second mark right now, and you can see Samurai getting a little anxious in the neutral. Crouch short. Forward throw. Okay, JB.
Now he's forcing Samurai to second guess. I love the dash in. If that got checked, he would have been dead, but still, he felt it, man. He had the instinct, knowing full well Samurai was going to stand still.
I feel like he's established to JB that he's willing to wait, and JB is adjusting his game to deal with it. And I feel like the thing about JB, one of the powers he has is playing at the speed that you can play at, but just a little bit better. But it ain't looking too good right now. Samurai on a streak. Look at the series right now. Finally checking the dash. V-shift, not successful. Oh, the low forward into the EX launcher once again.
He's just so much more active on offense, right? And Samurai back to that really passive style again. He knows how to make that switch at a dime. It's so tremendously powerful to be able to play passive and then all of a sudden have that burst of offense.
Man, look, I don't know what my man Samurai had for lunch. I'm telling you right now, it's a brain food. My man's playing like a genius right now.
Brain food indeed. Man, dropping the knowledge. That's a free one, too. You don't need a nutritionist for that one.
Right?
Just ask TCC.
Oh, the glass is breaking. No confirm. Puts himself in the corner. Samurai's ready for the break. Activation off the heavy punch, and here it comes. Not a lot of damage, but the situation's looking bleak.
Setting up for the V-skill, too. I told you. He can still do it. I'm telling you, there's so much in the mix. He's getting it right now. The damage and the W. Samurai, and that sequence was flawless. That was actually clean cut and dry in the way that he performed the setup and conditioning for the V-skills.
Wow, look at that team synergy, bro. You going back to the bench with high fives from the squad. Chris CCH making his way up there, and you know who's coming down to play for Panda. It's none other than Punk. So we're probably getting that Chris CCH Punk match, and right now we can possibly see that 1 game extra sudden death 5-point extra play match if it goes the way of Panda, which will give them a successful situation here. CLG, one of the big hitters here for Street Fighter League this season. This could be a very big victory.
It's just amazing the way that they've come to their own right now in the league, pretty much fitting right in regards to being the top dogs. Chris CCH, if you look at his current record, he could have had a flawless streak. He had some minor errors from his missed critical arts, from his missed conversions, but that hasn't been the same since those mistakes.
I mean, even still, with the missed critical arts and the drops, like, it hasn't stunted his gameplay at all. This guy remains sharp the entire time, and like just a figure of somebody you can talk to for, you know, matchup knowledge. My man is up here with the bright-eyed, happy nature, Filipino man in the background, going with it. High fives all around. We looking like we're getting a Luke mirror.
I love Filipino man. I really do.
The lovable, the huggable, bro.
I'd love him as like
Chris, let's go.
My support group.
Yeah, he is definitely. He's definitely a support human. Like, if you can have an Anton, a Filipino man with you places,
even if the
ultimate
camera's
support
blurred,
human.
you
He's
can
still
see
making
his
me
smile.
happy. It's making me happy.
Crazy. So this is what I wanted to see. This is the test of time right now, or like the true testament of skill, I should say. Punk going in the mirror match, but it's also the same thing that could be said for Chris CCH. Like, how much of the mirror match does he really understand?
You know, the thing about mirror matches is I hate them. And even still, though, you're going to come across them. I mean, I'm just being real. You're going to come across them no matter what. If you're playing in any tournament as an active, competitive player, you need to be prepared for these kind of matches, and you're crazy if you're not prepared for a Luke mirror match in Street Fighter V.
No, you're absolutely right. It's a very valid concern. Like, a lot of players have transitioned into Luke. We went from, a full League of Sep now, like a good majority, or maybe like half.
Yeah. Okay, once again, trying to keep it safe. Me too. You better be careful, those crouching medium kicks. Oof.
Hey, hey,
Ooh,
hey,
ooh,
hey,
ooh,
hey.
ooh. Oh.
Oh, the whip punish is there? Yeah, man. I gotta say, if you do not land those standing medium punches, you are in for a long punish. That recovery on that bad boy is pretty hefty.
Mm-hmm. Oof.
Hey.
And just abusive with the stand medium punches.
Looking like an MMA fight.
Nice.
Oof. And it's not just the trunks. Trying to whip punish.
Know exactly what Chris CH is whipping or looking for.
I know Punk keeps trying to walk out of his corner, man. Be careful of the glass.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yep. Oh, gets the hit.
That.
Signs
of life now for Punk.
Back throw. Plenty of meter on the side of Chris. Teasing with the medium punch.
Yes.
Okay, EX uppercut to fight it. Looking for a button on wake up. Here comes Punk. Gets
there
the
we
stun.
go.
This should be the round. Punk still alive here.
But that's
baits
fine.
out the EX uppercut. Still in a bar. That was not that combo drop. That was dangerous.
It's not good for Chris CH because we actually got a crack of a smile from Punk. That's when he starts to feel himself. He was looking a little down a little bit, but when he started to get that smile, that's where it all kind of crumbles sometimes for the opposition.
Okay. Oh. Yo,
boy.
I'm going to tell y'all right now, the look on Punk's face right now, my man is playing.
That's kill mode engaged, man.
He's getting clipped right now, though.
It's fine. It's just building up the energy. More trigger.
Tries to walk out a little bit to bait something. V-shift.
Oh, the big opener. Low forward confirmed. That is a staple.
Didn't spend that meter, though. I don't know why. And now Chris CCH on the offense. Life lead in his favor, too. Just chipping away. That sandblast, what a whiff punish. Didn't spend 80 meter.
Yeah, he doesn't want to push him too far out because he's still at the deficit. Now, I feel like he should have spent it there, at least.
Yeah, it would have put him a lot closer, but it wouldn't have gotten a kill. Waiting.
No, I meant like the trigger, at least pushing him back.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
Oh, that could have been it! Had he committed to the medium punch. It's so hard to tell. Don't know, Barrett, yeah, he's testing. That should be it.
Should. That's it. But wait. Oh, my God. Oh,
nobody moves.
Nobody gets hurt.
I feel like he's judging my back combo, but that's okay.
No, that's fine.
First to 3 for these anchor matches. Yo, that was tense. You could have heard a needle drop in this bad boy.
I was so nervous. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I flexed so hard just in case Steve was going to grab me. I'm not going to kid you. I promise you. I promise you.
My man was over here shaking it.
Hold up.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So maybe try pressing your jab or something. But he's honestly just spamming that on you.
Whenever he does crouch light punch buffers, he always goes for the stand jab after. You can honestly just block and punish with crouch jab too.
Into the next round. Next match, I should say. Chris CCH still in the lead.
But I mean, I'm going to tell you right now, by the way that last round was going, I don't know. I don't know.
Punch on the jab. I love like the fact that he has a kit that can pretty much counter himself.
Actually getting the hits, but the confirms. Oh my gosh, the tail in there.
Jesus, no respect. Doesn't care about your plus frames. Ooh, the whiff punish there from Punk. Declined on the throw. Oh, that could have been a giant whiff punish.
Okay, gets to confirm this time, but doesn't use the V trigger.
It's different on the light, medium, heavy target combo.
Oh, is that so? Crouch medium kick, no confirms, no hits. There's the confirm, there's the hit. Now we're spinning.
JV translation. As well, the cross-cut DP there. Clean cut for Chris. Ooh!
Wow. And instantly.
Oh, he had to confirm, but just missed his opportunity.
Trying to get the whiff punish. Works the second time around. Punk gets the knockdown. EX after the pressure gets a hit, but wasn't able to confirm.
Oh, that's too far. That is punishable. Too close, I should say.
Whiff punish counter as well.
Let's go!
Oh,
Chasing
big
down the
crush.
V-shift.
Looking for a button again. Activate on the trigger.
Nice.
A little bit more. Where has
Let's
it?
go.
And that's the stun. Punk.
Shut up!
I didn't even want to chance it. That's too. Oh man.
Why y'all don't cheer for me, bro? It's Luke.
There we go.
We all on the same team.
Punk getting a little bit more vocal.
We playing for the nerds.
Trying to figure it out. All
Anything
tied up
you
here
know,
now,
Mikey?
one apiece.
I think I'm playing fine, right?
No, you're playing fine. Just when you have him in the corner, you don't have to do much.
The wavering emotions of Chris CCH right here, bro. They just, he smiles, then he's sad, then he's serious, then he's pouting, then he's winning. Nice.
Got the entire rainbow of emotions.
Right.
Just the entire Aurora Borealis in his backyard.
And in the background of the stage.
Let's go. Can I see?
Oof. Oh. Punk. Looking in rare form.
That suppressor is just so intimidating.
With the whiff punish again. Chris CCH. Punk showing him, like, yo, you're not ready to play this game. You're not ready to play that game. You got the loot game, but this whiff punish game, it's my game. It's my game.
Samurai can't help you, Chris. He can't beat me either.
Don't get.
Ain't no advice here. I'm telling you, bruh. I've been watching him for years.
Oh, wait a minute. The confidence starting to show now in Punk's play. Up around in this set right here. Once again, this is first to 3.
Man, this is exactly how a captain should be, I feel like. It just lifts the spirits of the entire team.
Solid. Oof. Confirm again. Wait a minute. Those first few rounds weren't looking too good on the confirms.
You gotta wait a minute a little bit. The CCH, he's trying to fish something.
Fishing the hit. Fishing the target. Just the knockdown is all they need. And by they, I mean Luke in general.
It's so wild how we've come to this point where it's just like, you know, sometimes we're so used to Punk being so dominant in the ground game. Then we finally get a contender like Chris CCH. Even outside of just IDOM, Chris CCH has been running it pretty much even with Punk right now.
Wait a minute. No activation, though. Forward throw. I'm looking for an activation now. Okay. Crouch medium.
With punish from the side of Chris. He's going to pay for it now.
Damage.
Dash up 2 times over. You're in the danger zone. He's waiting. He's tantalizing him. Oh, not a budge.
Punk was waiting. Oh, no combo, though. Punk still has a bunch of trigger.
Yeah, had to make himself safe.
Oh, still got the EX. Oh, low forward.
Stop dashing!
With the dash.
Who the best Luke here?
Overextended.
It's me. It's me.
You're playing fine.
You don't need these combos. You need some nooch.
I want you to close
skill,
your eyes for a bit, okay?
And that's it,
I
bro.
want you to
don't need
envision
60
you
hertz
playing
on the monitor. You don't need none of that.
How we
bruh.
practice, how we
You
play.
just need raw
That's how I
skill.
want you to play.
Exactly.
All right. Whatever happens, bro, we love you and we trust you, okay?
Yeah,
You
just
got
put into
this.
practice. Yep.
Yep. You're done practicing. It's time to play. All right. You got this. Let's do it.
Yeah.
You're playing amazing. Trust me.
Yep. I just need to. Yep.
Let's go,
Yep.
Chris. Let's go, Chris.
So, Chris. It's always fun to be in the competitor seat, but under these circumstances, I'd rather be a commentator.
Yeah, I love not the carefree speech of being like, damn, look at how crazy this is.
Yeah,
look at how good you got to be to play like this.
Nice. It's an all-star game, yo. We're all blessed. You can watch it. The big opener now. Chris CCH getting blessed with a lot of this damage against Punk. He's got to take it where it lies right now.
Nice.
He's going with this momentum.
Every hit is confirmed by that CLG base. There's the stun, big damage on the table for Chris right now.
Yes.
Ooh.
Let's go. The wait and bait into the clean counter hit. That's exactly what CCH is. Chris now off to a great start. Oh, you
auto-correct, super attempted and failed.
On
Gets the
hitbox
knockdown.
on the list. I rarely see that, actually.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. There's the stun.
That's huge. You can see the big mental block on that one from Chrissy CH.
Ooh.
Punk is taking full advantage of that. This is not the way that Chrissy CH wanted to go. I think it just might be in Punk's favor. That was a lot of meter taken from the side of Chrissy CH, and it did a ton of mental damage.
If this round goes the way that I think, Vicious, I have a very important question. I'm going to wait, and I'm going to save my question. But we're going to get back into it.
It's going to be the run back, I promise.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
I know.
Hey,
I know.
Hey,
I have oh boy.
Uh-oh, but drop there.
No hesitation from either side. Yeah, Chris deliberately moving forward, trying to look for a normal. Ooh, boy. Yeah, now he's playing the counter poke game.
But we saw what happened in the first game, that second game. And look at Punk just zeroing in.
Oh, my God.
Chris CCH playing the young man's game. Swinging early. Swinging fast.
Hey, yo.
Oh! Kami, I read your brain, bro. Don't worry, don't worry. It's over now.
Oh, big damage.
Y'all quiet on CLG. Y'all free, too. Damn. I guess 60 hertz might make a difference because he watched me at Evo. This free.
Nice.
Let's go! You see what happened when it's not 60 hertz at Evo or here?
Oh my God, Punk goes back to the bench. High fives for the boys. Yo, damn.
I'm speechless.
Is this not the Street Fighter you wanted? Is this not the Street Fighter you asked for?
And I am deceased.
And you want more? And you asked me for more?
What is this like?
And that was a Luke mirror match. I know. I can't believe how entrenched in that match I was. It being a Luke match, but the fantasy situation here for Panda has occurred.
Oh, wait a minute! Look who's gonna be in
I thought you said.
What I do appreciate is another instance of the Luke mirror, and I mean that with some slight sarcasm. But I will say, in the hands of Samurai, this sets us up for something crazy because we've had these instances in Street Fighter League prior where Samurai had come out in the clutch to take down Punk, right? We've seen him as Mr. OCV for a reason. I think there were 2 seasons over where we had taken down Punk in those significant clutch matchups. This might be one of them. But again, it is Punk after all. All you need is raw talent and Luke. That is the combination. That is the equation for Punk, really.
Well, here we go. We've got our chance now. Panda with a chance now. A 30-point game.
This is my favorite
on the board right
now. Yeah, I know.
One thing I could, you should just start yelling that loud to disrupt his meditation.
Punk is looking for.
Just gonna ignore that. Yo, Punk.
It's not working.
Nah, it's working. He started breathing crazy when we did it.
He's come equipped now. He's here for mental warfare.
Bro, you wasted your energy, bro.
Bro, my energy infinite.
Yo,
is there? Okay, I'm about to say.
Let's go, baby! Let's go!
You got that.
Come on, buddy.
Bro, I don't even see the fist bump.
One and done. That's all you get, son.
Yeah, that might be bad.
5 points on the line. 5 points. Don't sound like much, but a Street Fighter League is a lot.
What does it say?
It's a lot.
All right, I want to make sure. Either way, here we go. Sudden death. The run back of run backs here in Street Fighter League. We've seen the record before. Samurai has taken down Punk in OCV situations. This is not the case now. It's a whole different ball game.
And Samurai's feeling fancy, huh? Throwing his hand off the controller. All right. Oof. Ooh, that crouch jab to interrupt. That was Samurai.
Not trying to even jump out. You know, Punk does have the cross cuts, I should say, just in case. So now he has to figure out what happens when this Luke decides to bulldog me in the corner. How am I supposed to stop this? Plus frames again. Important tech. A big swing off the fierce.
Needs to be careful. Tried to get the throw. Ooh, wow, not close enough. Full combo conversion here. Knock down Samurai with a strong series. Uses a little bit of that trigger. Activate off the sweep. Forward throw from Punk. Momentum switch. Playing a light game. No stand light kicks.
And he's inching, walking and blocking against Punk. He's trying to fish out for a normal. Punk also deciding to test the movement at a very subtle moment, too.
I love Luke's walk back stance, bro. It's like he's like, yo, I'm looking. I'm looking. I'm looking. I see.
And he has one hand cocked back.
Right? He's ready, bro. 15 seconds left on the clock. Remember, this is one game. 5 points on the line. Somebody's going to get 25.
Oh, the fireball game. Samurai is running for the hills. He spin on that bar.
But
the interruption there again. Samurai outplaying.
Let's go. That's how you play. That's how you play that Samurai.
At least get a little bit of extra meter. But this is a 1-to-1. Samurai now. That's how you play. He gets to play as offensive as possible.
One round away from getting that extra 5 points. Either way, a success for either team here. But that 5 points, I'm telling you, it goes a long way. This.
No!
Oh gosh, let's go!
Damage. Bring it on there. Lemon pepper my wings. Here we go. No sir, no activation for you. You're gonna try again.
Gotta be careful here.
He could do it now. Off the suppressor. Ooh, the big interruption for Punk.
But the big drop though, that could have been a knockdown, could have been a stun possibly.
Agreed.
But it's alright though. Not
is it?
Not anymore, it's not. Samurai finds a way out of this corner. Has to spend a little meter to do so. Big hit confirmed right here. Punk with the whip punish. Don't you wake up and try to throw me. Last round of this week's team battle. CLG Panda and it's Punk versus Samurai and the one more. And it's one more round.
Yup.
Wait a minute.
Just about tied up in meter, but still Mikey, aka Samurai, starting off strong. Checking the movement yet again. 2 crouching medium kicks.
Yeah.
There's an opener.
Corner carry knockdown. Tries to go for the throw. Punk says no. Oof. Samurai looking real sharp right now. Interrupt. No confirm. Make it safe.
He's still testing the movement. Samurai sticking to his guns. Crouching jab has been the biggest offensive point against Punk thus far.
Samurai with a big lead right now. 60 seconds on the clock. Oh, you better be careful. And I know you. I knew. I just knew he was paying attention.
Oh my God!
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Punk got CA. He can eat those. It's gonna be those. And the headset is off. Samurai pop it off. My man hit the high step on him. Wow, my man Samurai is ready, bro. Wow. Language, sir. You are a samurai, not a sailor.
You almost got me. You almost got me to mess up real bad, Steve. You almost got me real bad.
Good diet, baby. Good diet, baby.
Oh,
wow.
man.
That was a Luke mirror match. We just watched, 7 Luke matches, and all of them were ridiculous.
I'm going to cry.
Wow. Once again, how dare you ask me for better Street Fighter? Look at the buffet that I lay before you. Look at this. How do you ask me for more? You're ungrateful. I give you this as a gift and you're going to ask me for the receipt? How dare you? But damn.
You be checking the ingredients of the food and everything. You be specting and decking. Like, come on, man. Like, it's there.
I would love to hear what Samurai has to say to defend himself. I don't approve of the language, but I approve of the play. What do you have to say, Samurai?
Oh my goodness. Punk the God has fallen. Of course it was overall Team Panda, but that pop-off seemed like it was for one person specifically. Mikey, we're not used to seeing you like that. Explain to me what you're feeling right now. What did we just see?
Man, honestly, when somebody talks trash to my teammates, it can't happen. You can talk trash to me all you want, but not my teammates. Never, ever.
Okay, so the stuff that he was saying, during those matches and popping off, wilding out, you actually did take it, you took it personally.
Very personally.
Oh my goodness, Samurai, a lot of people don't typically see you in this way. We know you to be extremely zen, extremely heavy on sports psychology. Where does this fit? Which chapter of the book is this?
This comes from teaching, honestly, because, I was a teacher and kids would get bullied all the time. And it just sucks, it sucks seeing them like that, The negativity is so bad. And these are kids, man. These are kids.
Yeah.
We're trying to be role models, you know? And that's not how you behave to the young players, to me at least.
So you did specifically take this situation as bullying. That's understandable, and it's beautiful what you do with those kids and everything, Mikey. I think that you are setting an amazing example. Can you explain to us, I guess, just the emotion, the outpour of emotion that we're seeing right now?
I love the players here, and I love the crew and the staff, and you know, fighting games and Street Fighter in general, it means a lot, and I just want to have people be happy and positive in what they do, and sometimes people take that away. They try to take it away for no reason at all, just for their own benefit, and I feel like it's not okay, and I had to say something, and today was the day.
Samurai, this is CLG's first time being here on Street Fighter League, and I do think that there's a few other teams that people probably looked at as being like favorites over you guys, but we're seeing that players like Chris CCH in the anchor position was playing just as strong as an Idom or a Punk the God or even like an NL, even better is fair to say. Did you know coming into this that your team was going to be able to perform to the level that you're doing, and did you know that there were some doubters as well?
Absolutely. Honestly, these players are some of the best players in the world. They don't know it, but they are. They absolutely are. I mean, look at these guys. These guys are young, talented, skilled, and I'm so proud of them. How far they've come, and I'm excited to see them. They're the future. They're the future of Street Fighter.
Oh my goodness, the emotion is out of control at this point. That's easily the most exciting match that we've had on Street Fighter League up to this point, and in my opinion, one of the most moving matches and interviews that we've had throughout all of Street Fighter V. The action continues after this as we are going to have Team Nasser going head to head with UYU.
You call, I answer. Pushing you on the scene. Man, come on, I'm ready to go. Calculated. Time to play. You gonna keep me waiting, babe? Such a lovely face. Stop, kid. You're killing me here. And only one of us is allowed to do the killing.
Street Fighter League Season 5, Week 6 has already started off with an amazing team battle, and it's crazy how many Lukes were in there, and I was still entertained. I actually am still aghast from that. But the battles do go on. Let's talk a little bit about that interview we just saw from Samurai defending the honor.
Yeah, he
the
had made it
team.
very, very clear. It's like you could talk to talk to me about stuff. Like you can make fun of me, but don't ever bring it to my teammates.
Don't you ever. Hold on. Don't you.
Yeah,
ever.
I mean, like all jokes aside, though, I mean, like it's a pretty bold statement, right?
Nah,
it's a very
real
efficient
talk.
one, too.
Stop
Like, it's like
all
you know,
jokes
it's like
aside.
it's you know, kind of like a role model kind of thing you have to set, right? And I get that line. Like I get the entertainment value as well, but also talking about the newer generation.
Yeah, he said, "Now don't do it to the kids."
I get both sides of the
Same.
coin, really.
Same.
But
I
you know, there's got to
completely
be like a certain degree. Right, it's got to be like a real fine point to it. Anyways, all the seriousness aside, now let's talk about the games, right? We got Nasser Bandits going up against UYU. We talked about the formation of the super team, right? Nasser and Bandits making that unholy unit. And dear God, I say unholy because these guys are stacked. Reason being is because we have the dynamic duo of Kaaba as well as NASRxBandits, right?
That's definitely true, and I believe my friend Vicious here got to share a few words with the duo. Let's take a listen.
We got half the super team within NASRxBandits, but still the dynamic duo of all time. I gotta say, one of my personal favorite teams, one of my favorite duos to watch is obviously Kaaba alongside NASRxBandits. First and foremost, man, dude, your first match, your breakout performance for the league, coming in dominant fashion. Tell me a little bit more about your matchup and how much confidence you had going into your matchup specifically.
Bueno, mi confianza realmente estuvo muy buena, ya que tenemos una Rose allá en República Dominicana que se llama Luisman, muy buen Rose, y yo practico mucho con él. Y bueno,
he answered with a thank you to you, you know, for the telling him that he played very well in the performance and that. And he says that he's very confident because he practices with my brother Luisman. He's like the top Rose.
One of the best Dawsons too, man.
Yeah, the best Dawson in our region and the best Rose in our region too. So he practices with him. And also, he says that the practice with his teammates here is very intense. Like, we focus a lot on the strategy and the matchups, and he feels that Guile has a good matchup against Rose. But especially, like, if he had lost a game, he will switch to G. And, like, that will really work, too. Like, he feels G has an advantage against Rose.
I see NASRxBandits a lot, right? I talk to him a lot in regards to like the camaraderie, but I want to hear it from your perspective, right? You've talked about the kind of confidence and practice amongst like your brethren in the DR, but specifically like your relationship with NASRxBandits is something that's just like unbreakable. Like watching you guys progress from the players you were back then when you guys first caught my eye into this has been exponential, right? Tell me a little bit about further your bond in practice with your brother in arms, NASRxBandits.
Bueno, realmente todo surgió por amor al juego, principalmente Street Fighter. Nosotros, todo empezó como a tener más sentido en nuestra relación cuando empezamos a viajar y a entender como que era un trabajo y que las cosas eran bien difíciles. Nos quedábamos en el piso, en los hoteles y a veces no teníamos para comer y siempre fue junto todo ese proceso. O sea, eso le dio como más...
He says that it all started because of the traveling within the FGC, like out of the love for the game, and we went through especially when 5 just started and we got the opportunity to travel because of CPT. We went through the struggle together out of traveling with no money, sleeping on the floor, and struggling to eat when we went out. So we went days without eating in tournaments together, and we had each other for support. And something else he said was that something that he appreciates is that we're both like, we were raised by very good people. Our parents both helped us a lot, and it's just like a friendship of us failing together and supporting each other. Like even if we had made small mistakes in any friendship, we picked it back up right away. And he said something, you know, that got me a little bit emotional. Like he is one of the things that he appreciates the most in his life is my friendship. So it's just something that came from Street Fighter. One of the gifts, like out of all of the gifts that we get from the fighting game community is this friendship.
I appreciate you guys' time. Real talk though. I mean, like in and outside of the game, y'all have been like mad inspirational. So yo, let me shake your hand before we kick it off, man. Good luck to both of y'all for real. Y'all have a super team because you guys are definitely on it as well. So again, man, much love and much appreciation to y'all and the DR as well. You already know what it is, man. Let's see these guys play. Let's kick it off back to the desk.
And I've always loved the way that the DR has worked as a unit, right? There's a lot of cohesiveness in regards to that region as a whole. But, you know, there's something special about Mena RD and Kaaba in regards to like how they form their bonds over Street Fighter V and the struggles that they've gone through. They've reached the highest of the highs and the lowest of the lows together, right? They may not always see eye to eye on a personal level, but one thing that always brings them back is fighting games.
Yeah. I mean, I've always been a fan of those two players, especially Mena, man. And you're right. We've definitely seen these guys go through what it takes to be like a Street Fighter player, as well as their own little dynamic issues coming into like the community through and through. That's what I love to see here. But we also have another side of this coin with the boys over on the UYU side of things. We got Shin coming up first, so I can't wait to see what character we're going to see. I'm pretty sure it's Seth. With that being said, we did get to talk to the other side's team, and we're going to be having some words with Shin. Let's take a listen.
I am joined with one of the greatest players in the world, and of course, EVO 2013 champion, none other than Razor's very own Shin. What's going on, bro?
What's up? Everything is not so good.
Not so good? What do you mean?
I mean, I just lost, so it doesn't feel like the best.
We can start with that, honestly. You versus Adam. Why the V-skill choice there?
I think V-skill 1 and 2 both work in this matchup, but I really prefer the corner carry.
Okay.
You know, and I feel like V-skill 2 works for most of the matchup, and V-skill 1 is a very versatile choice. It's a good thing to have a lot of choices, and I went with what I'm more comfortable with.
You know, so it's interesting that like a lot of time has passed even since that match with Adam, but yet it still, you know, sits on your heart or sits on your mind. So, you know, how do losses affect you, generally speaking?
I think it depends on not the opponent you lost to, but how I played myself. I felt a bit more disappointed because I played pretty bad.
You know, as far as you speaking on, you know, your process, that's something that I'm actually extremely interested in hearing. I always wanted to ask you, when it came to that EVO 2013 run, it was historic, magic. What was your training regimen like at that time? And going into EVO, were you confident that you were gonna get first place specifically?
I think no one will be confident to get first place at EVO, but times has changed a lot. In the past, you know, I feel like training is very different because there's no CFN, YouTube, Twitch, you know, it's you don't really get a lot of information about your opponent, you know, so it's definitely way different from now where you can even slow-mo up to 0.5, you know, as slow as you want to study whatever opponent.
Even on CFN, where you can literally look at someone's buttons to see if they teched or not and everything. In a
yeah, you can
channel.
study every input. So I feel like talent over hard work in the past, but in this generation, hard work will beat talent.
I feel like you are one of the most innovative players of all time, you know, to this day. Remember when it comes to Seth, people were only on V-Trigger 1. You were one of the first people that actually really delved into V-Trigger 2. When it came to Gin, you didn't copy anyone from what I know. You just built the character from scratch. Same thing with the Buki, winning final round. So how do you go about building up a character from scratch?
I think it's just the amount of time you spend and what you like doing. Because I like going into the training mode just to mess around, you know, and it's boring for some people. It's really interesting to me to break down every single bit of their character. It's like building up a PC, you know. Some people like, it's a different thing. It doesn't work for everyone, I felt, you know, but that is what I like. So that's how I build it up slowly. You know, I try not to watch people's video because it will make you try to play like him and you will get less creative.
Okay, you know, Shin, bro, I appreciate your time. Like, you know, honestly, I need to even outside of this interview holler at you to hear more about innovating and breaking down these characters. I would not recommend trying what this man does at home. The setups, the mixes, the level of innovation, it is out of this world, and that is why he is an EVO champion and one of the best players that we have here at Street Fighter League. And when it comes to some of the best commentators, the best commentators in the world, arguably, we have them coming up for you right now as we throw it over to the desk to Tasty Steve and Vicious.
all across the board in regards to like pillars of the community for their respective regions, you have pretty much these calibers of guys. Like Shin's putting himself on the map also for his community as well. Same with Oil King.
Yeah, that's true.
The same could be said about Big Bird putting UAE on. Same with like Kaaba and MNRD. These guys are like the forefront of the fight in regards to like putting the community on their back and really excelling them to greater heights beyond. And now it's come to this very moment, right? The culmination of all their hard work being put on the line in Street Fighter League. This is going to be the first match. Big Bird versus Shin. You'll love to see it. It's going to be a different story, though. It is Ken from the side of Big Bird. It's not going to be the loop.
Okay. I actually do love the fact that Big Bird is keeping his word. Say we were going to see some of that Ken play here for Street Fighter League, and it is here, and I want to see it. Definitely one of the finer Kens out there anyway. One of the few players that continued to stay with this character long after, so...
Oh, yeah. Once we had those significant changes, even before the final season patch, Ken was already starting to get back up on the map, man. He had some really, really cool changes overall. Ooh, uppercut, mad cradle, anti-air. You already know it, man. What a big interruption.
And look at the dashes to get the corner, crouching medium kick, full conversion, uppercut at the tail end there.
Oh, crosscut DP. You see Angry Bird popping off already. This is the first time we've heard him pretty much all league. I haven't heard him go, oh, like that for like a man struggling back there.
Right? Like he just filled out some steps.
I think you could just replace the Wilhelm screen with just Angry Bird now.
You actually... Oh, nice. Cruel Disaster actually gets the fireball before it even comes out.
I need a soundboard by the time this is over. Chat, you know what to do. Get a soundboard of Angry Bird.
Oh, dude.
Oh, my God. It's such a good button. That standing medium punch is like the all-in-one. It's a Swiss Army knife.
Big neutral jump punish right there. You want maximum damage. You want the output. You want it all. Hot foot CA to close out, and Big Bird making it look easy.
Because I want it all or nothing at all. I'm not going to sing it the way that they did, but I'll tell you what, man. That's how it's going to be rolled out when it comes to Big Bird. What I'm talking about, you have to figure it out on your own. But I'll tell you what now, the damage was astronomical, man. That character was bleeding.
The thing is, you know that Big Bird has this experience. You know that these guys both had sets of their own. We saw Angry Bird set throughout Street Fighter League. So how do you think they got prepared for that match? How do you think he got so nice? His training partner, Angry Bird.
Yo, Sien needs to go to Ibuki.
I mean, we are at the character select screen.
I tried to will it into existence, Chad. I tried to will it in there, but it's not going to be the case. Either way, I still like the Seth. A little bit of a rocky start. There was a slight overlap in regards to what he was trying to do. Like, Sien actually got the roundhouse spin kick. I don't know what that was about, but that crush counter led to 5 dashes in his demise. D&D, man. Damage and demise.
Bars. Ooh, the crouching heavy punch to get under the fireball. Clear low profile right there. Gets the knockdown and the momentum. Sien and this Seth looking a lot stronger. To the corner you go. Tries to get the throw. Crush counter, and there's a stun. You got to remember, Seth cannot take a hit.
Back throw will do it, by the way. There's just so many layers that could be thought about. That's literally guess for game. A solid frame trap will do it as well. It could even be like off of the crouching jab to even layer the mixes even more.
And then still had meter to possibly use EX Fireball to keep the meter advantage.
You see that clean decision making there from Big Bird, the read, anticipation for the throw.
Oh, didn't get the clean hit, was not able to get the target combo. So now you're fighting out of this corner.
Oh, but he didn't get the meaty.
Double dash.
Plus frames.
Knockdown in the corner.
Uppercut, you already know.
Same situation from that first game. Back throw. Go forward fireball.
Ooh.
Needs to be careful. CA is there. No, you cannot do that.
No, that was my mistake.
And you just lost the round because of that. And Shin was already starting to come alive anyways. But all resources used. We're going to go into one more round, and Big Bird has full CA.
A little lapse of judgment from the side of Big Bird. He even owned up to his mistake. He's like, yeah, that was my bad. I totally forgot. I'm not going to make that mistake again. Which is great, though, because Angry Bird, again, Big Bird actually has full critical art on stock, so... Oh, that's the second time he's flinched on that.
Yeah, heavy kick, cruel disaster. Stand light kick, just to let you know I'm looking for it. We've seen the confirms. Stand medium kick into the crouching heavy kick. Doesn't get much to sway Big Bird. Here's the throw in the corner after the EX Tatsu.
Man, the interruption there from... Oh, I love... Man.
And still gets the knockdown, crouching medium punch into the target. We're looking at a kill scenario. V reversal.
He has to. That's fine. That's totally fine. If you're Angry Bird, look at the amount of life you have left, right?
You can't count Shin out.
You heard it from Angry Bird. He's looking for crouch medium kick. Yep.
Be careful with those fireballs. Oh. Music picking up. You need CA to chip out, and that's not going to happen. You need a clean interaction. A throw's going to do it. Big Bird takes it 2-0.
And it's so intimidating, right? He kind of set it up. He set himself up for success, really, because he had intimidated Shin a couple times over. He threw out the light kick in anticipation for the crouching medium kick. Angry Bird had already given that piece of advice. But another thing is him randomly throwing out the fireball. It's just so hard to read. Like it's not enough time for Shin to duck under with the crouching heavy punch. So it's like, all right, well, he's on to me. Shin is thinking to himself, he's on to me. I have to really tread softly. And as soon as that moment happened, as soon as that thought occurred, Big Bird knew it. His instincts kicked in, double dash forward into the throw.
Yeah, really smart play right there from Big Bird. But now we have NL and the Luke coming up, going up against Kaaba, coming from the Nasser Bandits.
Yeah, there's a lot of confidence coming into this matchup, right? There's a lot that was talked about in regards to his interview. I was talking to Kaaba about it. I'm like, yo, who do you actually want to, like, go up against the most? And, like, he says, you know, to be honest with you, like, my teammates trust me to go up against anybody, so I'm going to do just that.
Anybody can get it, a.k.a. anybody can get it.
The current record with NL, I think, on a mental level, he really needs this.
Yep.
He had gotten a W against Nephew in weeks prior, got himself at least 10 points on the board, but the beats that he had thus far into the league have been very significant on his mental. I think there's a lot of emotion that rides on a lot of NL's gameplay. We've talked about that in and out of the interviews. It's super important, man. He's got to be getting some of these points to be, you know, feeling himself in the later weeks of Street Fighter League. Because you see what happens when you start to go on that downward path and that turmoil mode, man. It's not the best. Like, we see Shine a little bit, like, suffering from that just a little bit, right? Getting into your own head. We want to see if NL can get out of that.
Yeah, it's not an easy thing to get over, but, you know, you got to remember, you're playing in the league. You got weeks to play this out, right?
Agreed, yeah. On the other hand, Kaaba, pretty much on a hot streak. Well, can we really say that? He's only played once, but I'll tell you what, he is 100% thus far. Looking to continue this streak with a different character this time. He doesn't have G.
The G. It was actually the G. I was just about to point out that we're not even getting the Guile. We're getting the G. And I respect it. Remember how I said this matchup is not bad for G? I'm like, bro, this matchup can't be that bad for G. Back throw. But I could be wrong. But I do like the pick from Kaaba to get it started, though.
One of the biggest contention points that G has against Luke, I think, is having the light buffer of the normals, right, to kind of cover the grounds in which Luke's trying to, like, cover space with, like, medium punches or crouching medium punches that whiff, crouching medium kicks as well. But right now, if you keep it compact like the way that NL plays, that's a different story, man. Like, what are you going to do about this if the guy doesn't whiff?
Ooh.
If the guy doesn't whiff and he has the right reads, it's a different story.
I mean, once again, NL, one of the most calculated players there is a Street Fighter V, if you ask me. So,
we talked about it. We just mentioned that framework.
Okay.
How G operates.
Oh, got the hit once again. Go throw. Sandblast, neutral jump, looking for the Ash Punch right there. Nice call, you know, but Kaaba not taking the bait.
Sandblast back to back. He's trying to stop it out with a roundhouse a little bit too high on the startup.
So I think one of the things that G has in this match is his fireball. The grounded fireball. I feel like you in this matchup with him, you really get the chance, especially after you level it up. You get to force a jump. What a jab check. Goes straight into the EX. Knockdown in the corner, forward throw. Here comes Kaaba. Looking for a button. That might be stun.
Smash.
And if it's stun, you're definitely done.
Building enough meter as well. Look at that. Just near critical art. Critical art's on deck pretty much for NL. But pretty dominating. I think, you know, Kaaba very much so familiar with this matchup because of Meta RD. Heck, even the rest of his teammates could exercise this option in between weeks.
Okay, target knockdown once again. Kaaba playing this perfectly.
telling you, man.
Spacing, stand heavy punch, wake up EX uppercut this time for NL.
G is a whiff punish monster. And I do mean it in the sense of he's a monster, because when he does it, it leads to so much damage. And corner carry.
Okay, and that's what I was talking about with that fireball. Just imagine he gets any levels, and those fireballs are going to be so much more potent.
Yeah.
But that's why, as a Luke, you keep the fireball game present. You make sure they never get comfortable enough to get any charges, because if they do, they know what happens. Look at that. You play with the fake duck out right there, make them get a false sense of security, maybe get a bait sandblast. There's your jump.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Sandblast again, just resetting it.
Great patience on both sides.
A little bit of extra chip damage coming in against Kaaba. He does have the life lead with 35 seconds left in the clock. You know, NL is looking for that smash under. He's looking for the activation point. You cannot jump at me, sir. There it is. Get ready. Get ready.
Oh.
You're going to have to hold that for a while.
Great defense from NL.
It might lead to his demise, though, Steve. 20 seconds on the clock.
No. I don't. Man.
Go. That is so huge, man.
Yeah.
Yo, Kaaba.
And that was
putting
a big
down
risk.
the pressure enough for that glass to break. Yo, NL just cracking under pressure.
Man, NL really is. It's crazy because they're having Mena apparently translate tips from the. Oh, that's great. That's cheap.
It's important, man. Being able to have that translator on deck.
Good spacing once again. Range controlling normals. You see that middle kick, that standing medium kick, from Luke. Dash up throw. Okay, NL. Ooh,
that was such a delay.
One's clean. Okay, not done just yet though. Tries to draw something out. There's the activation.
Throw. Yeah, he knew it. He saw the startup with the throw. Immediately took to the skies. EX uppercut from NL.
That and last time, Kaaba did go for the check with jabs just to keep him honest. So the throw seemed like a likely guess if he was paying attention there too. Neutral jump. And this is what I'm talking about. That jump is good for Kaaba. Oh no, but it's bad. Bad if you do it right there, bro.
Yeah, not from that close. I like how he opts for the offense rather than charging up the presidentiality level, except for the part where he gets back thrown. That's a little bit of a problem now, but can he fight out of the corner? I feel like, the more damage he takes, the more powerful G becomes because of that V-trigger presence. Ooh,
NL.
Send him down. Watch out for the trigger activation.
Stand medium kick. Oh, no. You should know better. You should know better. That's a Cammy player, bro. They expect anything. They expect you to jump.
Oh, the smash under.
Oh,
narrowly avoided. NL firing right back on all cannons. Look at this, man.
Man, did you see the quick rebuttal? Like, you know what? Let me shake this off real quick. Let me shake the stun and get back in the game.
He's starting to believe, Steve. He remembers who he is.
Getting translated tips from the birds, bro. That's godlike. Oh, that's so sick.
That's one of the advantages of having the full team, right? Like when being able to get all of the tips necessary.
Plus frames. Just chipping away this time. NL content. Oh, not that content. Tries to swing with punish from Kaaba here. Fighting back to the neutral. Wake up jab. Full EX conversion here. Dash up. I was looking for the throw. It was the jab, though.
He can do it now. Oh, he didn't get to cover it. He had the option select, but he was still going for lights rather than trying to cover the anti-air option. But now it's Kaaba in control.
Jump medium kick there.
It's over. You're talking about the benefits of having that power to fireball.
I'm telling you, bro. Dude, this is how I figured this matchup goes. If he gets any presidentiality levels, it's going to be tough to move around versus this character. But, now it's gone, though.
It might be just fine still. He's just one touch away.
You're getting dangerously close.
Ooh, that was so close.
Just whittling away.
Went for it anyway. I'd imagine maybe use the trigger. I thought he was going to go for V-skill 1 to cover ground, but still, either way, the thermal barrack gets that covered no matter what.
And he was just blocking. He came from his block stun and tried to do that. The EX was there waiting on him. Just buffering that stand light kick. There's a meter there, so you know the EX is coming if NL gets a hit. But typically, this situation has always felt better for Kaaba. He's always felt like he's got the hit here.
Ooh, that's not what he wanted. A little bit of an overlap on inputs, I believe. Oh boy, the considerable normal. Such a great way to counter poke.
And just walking NL to this corner. Great anti-air, but the whiff punish target combo gets the knockdown. Here comes NL with the series. Dash up. Trigger on the table for Luke. And speaking of, I'm going to use it right now to check out. Doesn't use any of it right there, but still has the corner. Instead, uses it for control.
Just so much pressure. Just so much intimidating pressure. That trigger there, oh boy, it doesn't matter right now. Smash under the big opener. That's a very traditional one at that. If you're G, trigger on the line. Are we going to see the command grab? No, covers. Wait a minute, he didn't press a button. But look at the damage incoming. If this doesn't kill, he's going to be stunned. And I tell you what, man, all in a day's work.
Wow.
Of the world. The conquest of damage. He went from one side to the other, preaching his message, man. His campaign was a round long.
The confirmed Kaaba.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Light him up.
I think that might have been an overlap. I think he might have wanted to do like EX.
Yeah, no, that happens a lot. That happens a lot.
Yeah. Oh no! You can see the grimace on his face. Yo, NL, he's kind of wincing back. He's
caught the back dash.
No. The mental damage that does.
Oh my gosh, he woke up and did EX uppercut anyway. Oh, the raw sweep, and that's gonna be that. NL goes down to Kaaba's G, 2-1.
Man, Kaaba, 100% record thus far. You hear the pop-off too from Meta RD? Actually from the Birds. I think it was from the Birds more so than Meta. Damn, that is a super team if I ever seen one. So much power. So much power behind that team. You know who also has that kind of power? Angry Bird, who's coming up right now for the Nasser Bandits. And it's going to be quite the task. DCQ has been on my radar for a while since last year's Intel World Open. I think during that time, while we were getting ourselves ready, there was a CBT event where he had his breakout performance with that Urian. He has been like the wild card for me personally, right? Ever since we saw his play against Punk and how he pretty much broke down that gameplay round after round after round, I'm really curious to see how he contends against the other top dogs and other teams.
Again, we can have a 30-point game, but if Angry Bird sweep this, we can have our first 40-point here in all Season 5.
Yeah, it does set us up nicely also for a sudden death rule, if need be. But personally, I'd love to see it go either way, man. 40 points is such a hefty contribution to your team, scaling up the standings to, again being the top dogs right now. You'd imagine how hungry Nasser Bandits are to get a clean victory. On the other side, though, again, the amount of points that UYU can get will escalate them up pretty significantly as well, right? Currently in 6th place, 40 points on the deck, but getting an extra 25 would be pretty nice.
And just think what happens if DCQ pulls this out, gets the W here, and has an opportunity for the one more. Turn this into a 25-game turnaround.
Let's see what we can do. DCQ versus Angry Bird. I don't think I've ever seen this before in my life, Steve.
I don't think you're gonna see it anywhere else, you know what I'm saying? Unless they meet in some fortunate way in a tournament. A big tournament, a Capcom Cup-like tournament, but here we go. And look at how he's approaching the Ken neutral.
Very active in movement, too. Hovering in and out of the ranges that Angry Bird might be familiar with. The low forward confirmed, you know he's got those, but it's just information being digested for the supercomputer, right? DCQ, the match. I love that, too. Great response there from Angry Bird.
Checking with these low forwards. DCQ answers back with a few of his own. EX tackle. They both delay looking for something.
Yeah, that was a very good pull from Angry Bird as well.
Okay, DCQ. Wait a minute, finds a hit, the stun.
Uh-oh, watch out now.
Oh,
that was so smart.
So smart. Even better, using the mirror to get the V-skill power up. Big damage on the table here.
Oh, he's got it though. Wait a minute.
Oh, he caught Angry Bird. No, you swung, and that's what happens. That first round, man, what a round that was. Goes to DCQ.
You see the adaptations being made from DCQ, right? He's going in and out of those ranges. Sure, he took a couple of bits of damage, but that's going to be just fine. It just gives him that big V trigger. Oh.
Wake up EX uppercut coming back. Angry Bird getting agitated.
Actually living up to the name. Trying to get angry. You got to get mean. You got to get angry.
Angry Bird, definitely the person to answer. I'm always angry. Nice anti-air. Back throw.
I got you, Steve. Don't worry. The frames after that, the stagger pressure. Yeah, Angry Bird not trying to be over extending. Still checking the ranges. The handshake of destiny right there.
Wake up EX uppercut. Get off of me. Oh my God. Crouch short. Retaliation gets the punish. Side switch. Hold this mirror. Take a look at yourself. That's still gonna hit, baby. Eat this full CADCQ takes the first game. This is
throw him more
match. So
don't try to catch the back dash. Just keep throwing it.
But we're almost there already. It's the first to two now.
He's not jumping. He's not jumping the projectile.
Forget anything that you have against him at Evo.
Looking at the first game, just absolutely breaking down the defense.
I'm going to tell you right now, this is making me excited simply for the fact that we have a Urian, a DCQ fighting the birds so well.
Only Urian, by the way.
Few and far in between. Oof.
Oh, the delay. Finds the mark now, changing up the timing. Angry Bird is trying to break down, installing the virus into the computer. No.
Wow.
Headbutt.exe.
Baited. DCQ. Back to the corner.
Oh my God.
V-shift break.
This guy's an actual beast.
Watch, you got to be careful playing at that range. Oh my God, that's not what I was talking about. Not ready for the first hit, but ready for the second. Here we go. Can somebody clip that combo and send that
I'm gonna have to need that, yo. Can you,
I'm gonna need that to look at in my private time. But here we are.
I'll blast that in the bathroom. I'm gonna take that. Take a look at that. What? Who said that? That was the producer. Either way, going in now. The back throw. The fireball. Checking him a couple of times, and I like that usage too.
Oh,
doing it again.
Crouch jab. Not a good situation for DCQ. Got one more mirror left.
Oh, good rebuttal with the lights. That is a third strike confirm if I ever seen it. That is a classic, by the way. Crouching medium punch, you have so much time to get that critical art. Thank you, third strike. That is a classic.
I always say thank you, third strike. It's like a prayer for me.
So look at these guys. Do it every time. Send the praise out. I can't wait to see if we can do that in 6. That'd be so good. Crouching medium punch into Shippy Jinrai. Man!
Let's go.
Back to the match at hand. Look, Angry Bird making the great adjustments as well. We've seen what he is capable of time and time again. But what I want to know now is what's going to be done from the side of DCQ and UYU.
You know, I'm looking at DCQ's mannerisms. Like, he never seems like he's flustered. My man's poker face must be amazing. Because he legit just like, you know what?
He's a professional in other avenues, by the way. Yeah.
Okay.
From his backstory, you know? You guys do the lore check, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But as it stands right now, he has infiltrated the fighting game community. And for very good reason, we welcome him with open arms because this guy is phenomenal.
Well, I'm going to have to look this up, but here we go. DCQ.
It's always a cool thing when we get the cross-pollination of different genres.
Yeah.
Converting into fighting games.
Forward throw, the throw's starting to work out. Remember what I said, this is first to 3. And now it's a first to 2. Big damage.
Did I just get hit with the online special, I feel like?
Caught the jump back.
Man, Angry Bird is all over it. Yo, he's like, you thought you could download me? No, sir.
Angry Bird.
Oh, the big nod of approval from DCQ. We actually haven't seen any sort of emotion like that.
Okay. The way the music is.
That bass line is so hot, man. It's so cool.
So hot. Wow, speaking of hot. Listen, I love the neutral that I'm seeing being played before me right now. Dash up. Small counter hit confirmed with the fireball. The metallic spear, the EX not going to get through there.
The way Angry Bird has been changing it up, like fireball game, it's maybe like runs, go forwards, dash ups. Look at that, man. He's in full control.
That space that DCQ was trying to leave open to move around.
Oh, whiff punish, the attempted whiff punish. That was pretty slick. The walk under. Oh man, no anti-airs. Send him down. Now it's Angry Bird.
A series thunder kick. Oh, chip out, gonna make him spin the V. Was not paying attention, possibly. DCQ.
I don't know. Yeah, that's slightly questionable, Steve. I think you might
kept the V trigger
for next match. He kept the V trigger with the next. I'm dead. Yeah, it's gonna start. Round start. Ages.
No, let's go, computer. Let's go.
Yeah, you're playing too good.
That's the thing, man. You can play all the ground game you want, but these birds, they just control these guys too. Not the gameplay. You know, I'll try to be metaphoric. Anyways. Not going to work out. Not going to work out for me, but I'll tell you what, it's going to work out for Angry Bird getting these confirms, and now into the corner we go. Man, the counter hit. Get the extension out the quarrel.
Crouching medium kick. Almost had immediate enough to get the combo.
Oh my God.
Ready with the crouching medium punch. Confirmed. Spins the meter. Gets the carry. Almost to the corner, but the EX wake up uppercut. Tatsu to get it back after the trigger activation. And now Angry Bird back in control.
Stagger pressure off of the jabs led to this very moment plus frames. After that, gets the throw bait. And what's so important about that decision, he banked it all on taking advantage of Urian's stature, right? That jump, heavy punch, being that early is only specific to the tall characters.
And now you can see the rest of the Bird team starting to rejoice as if it's already over. Forward throw in the corner. Another one.
Do it again. Oh, he tried it. He definitely tried it.
And these situations with the lead being in favor of DCQ has been fleeting in a lot of instances because we see situations like this where you get that turnaround. And speaking of
we could have gone to critical art.
Oh, wow. Look at the chase. Look at the chase. V reversal.
Oh, no threat of the mirror now. This is huge. No meter either to EX tackle.
Oh, wow. Big jump in. It's gonna go to Angry Bird. That is also, coincidentally enough, the first full sweep for Street Fighter League Season 5 we've had on display, and it came from one of the biggest hidden hitters, DCQ versus Angry Bird. Man.
And
40 points.
It's only right, man.
40 ball, baby.
From our reigning champs here at Street Fighter League. Again, Nasser, nigga, the unholy union with the Bandits. This is looking to be the powerhouse team to look forward to. Man, with the way that they've been performing, I'm going to call it now, man. Week 6, they're going to the playoffs, yo.
That's where you cash your bet, huh?
With that 40-point performance, that is
40 ball?
a hefty amount of points to bring yourself into that kind of spot. You only need the top 4, right?
2 representatives here. Not their first time in the Street Fighter League waters as well, so you know they know how to deal with the pressure here. Angry Bird kept it calm, cool, collected the entire time through. And we're going to go down to the stage with an interview with Angry Bird in Hollywood Rob TV.
The first clean sweep throughout the entirety of Street Fighter League Season 5. And who else is going to do it but the defending champions, Nasser Bandits? How does that feel right there, Amjad?
It actually feels good, but because all of our previous matches were tiebreakers, so we were like, we were winning, but like the first one, you know, anything can happen in the first one. So we wanted to get rid of this and like just at least win the captain match. But we actually had like the full 40 points. So I'm proud of the guys, and I'm happy I made them proud as well.
You know, with you bringing up your guys, man, you know, we just saw with Samurai how much he cared about his teammates, the amount of emphasis that he puts on that. And of course, you and Big Bird have been at this for a long time, you're brothers. And in this Street Fighter League, another set of brothers came along to join with you guys. Coming into this, did you, of course you guys trust each other, but did you already know that you could trust Team Bandits?
I mean, I already love Mena and Kaaba before this. Like, we were already good friends with them. So if we weren't good friends, we wouldn't have teamed up, right? So we are honest with each other. As I told you before, we trust each other. And they are both two of the best players in the world, of course. And Mena, you know, is a world champion, so you need to listen to what he says. And I want to mention something, actually. Against the Urian, I was actually practicing with Mena's Urian. And if I hadn't done that, I think he would have beaten me. But Mena's Urian was so good. I swear it was so good.
Look, I'm not gonna, that kind of pains me to hear this because my man Mena, I hate giving him credit with all his other tertiary characters and all that. Like, bro, I'm telling you, I got a Fong. And, you know, clearly, I guess at this point, he's serious about it. His Urian is that nice.
He does play every character in the game. He is the best 11.
The best 11. We got to see the Momochi money match. Man, I'll tell you what, something that no one seems to be able to do better than you guys up to this point is win Street Fighter League championships, and it seems like you are at least on track to make that a strong possibility for you in Season 5. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Team Nasser Bandits.
Street Fighter League Season 5, Week 6 has been amazing. We've seen some upsets, some heartbreak. Hearts been lifted, hearts been torn apart. Let's talk about the results so far. Vicious, what do we got, man?
So far, Nasser Bandits have solidified themselves into first place with 115 points and the first big sweep of 40. Following right behind him is Endemic with 110. Third place, CLG with 100 points with a very, very emotional performance. Down below after that, fourth, Panda with 80 points. Red Rooster in fifth with 50 points. And again, a very, very heart-wrenching defeat for UYU. Down at the bottom, 50 points as well.
But let's go into what we saw today.
Please.
First off, we saw CLG take on Panda at home. Just a Kid versus Kami. definitely didn't go the way that Panda wanted it to go. It was 2-0.
I'm not surprised to see it close out like that, man, because Just a Kid is the anti-Luke, just like Ajax Fidelity. I'm actually surprised, to be honest, that they even sent Kami up against Just a Kid. Not even just speaking on player skill, but just as far as the character matchup. I don't know if that's a lack of, not being a Midwesterner or something like that,
I
but
think there was a little bit of lore behind it, right? They were talking about like
Kami
how
said,
often Kami has played against Just a Kid on
Yeah,
rank.
he said he's ran into him on rank, so he has a little XP against him.
Sandbag. That's all that is. That's sandbagging. He was waiting for this very moment, fellas, so that he could show him the truth. And you can see that Just a Kid's Juri is exactly that, the truth.
Okay. Just so we can get to this match faster. We're going to go to the second set. Panda versus CLG. Samurai versus Rashid. Vicious, talk to me about it.
I think there's a lot to be said in regards to how Samurai wanted to play that game. I think Rashid, again, a little bit outdated. I'm not going to lie to you. In regards to playing against the Luke matchup, there's a lot that can be said with the suppressor. There's a lot that goes into, man, I'm saying a lot, by the way. There's a lot that goes into having that V skill to condition somebody into the throw game. And that's exactly what the JV and Rashid want to implement in the corner, right? Once that kind of conditioning comes into play, they get to run away with it so easily. We saw that instant pretty much towards the end of it. But one thing that's I'd really like to attribute from Samurai is his willingness to change speeds, and at a moment's notice too. Like, he plays that patient game so well. This guy's got the Zen focus. We've seen it in every matchup. But man, when he puts it on full throttle, it's a different beast, dude. And that's exactly how it played out, right? He went full swinging towards the end.
Talking about going full swing, let's get straight into this next match. The best match of Street Fighter League Season 5 up to this point, one of the best throughout Street Fighter League history, where we had Samurai versus Punk the God. And no one on God's green earth is willing to tell me that didn't count. And it was first to one. And let's talk about that match in itself, man. All right, so one thing we didn't bring up was in the Chris C. versus Punk match. They're talking. I don't even say they're talking crazy. Punk is already talking crazy to these folks. You know what I mean? He's wilding out. Which, by the way, I feel like you got to respect that because you're putting yourself on the chopping block.
That's part of the warfare of fighting games, bro. You can hear it. You got to hear it. You know what I'm saying?
After he beat Chris, were y'all able to hear? Okay, he is talking to CLG. He's telling them, yeah, you ain't gonna send Samurai up. He can't beat me. Just a Kid can't beat me. Chris can't beat me. Your best hope is to send out Filipino man. So see if you can get lucky. And then Samurai goes up there and he says, oh, come on, Walmart Tokido. Come on, Fisher Price. He's telling him that. Come up here, my son. That's what was being said before the match, bro. That's what Mono has a video. That's what was being said before the match. So then they actually go ahead and play, and my man Samurai just played
he was going on.
Like,
I mean, and look what that did. Turn that situation where Punk bought Panda back up to a 20 points. Still lost a 5-point share.
Man.
But CLG, man.
Forget some points, man. It's different. The point that Samurai was making is what matters right here.
We can talk about it.
Numerical point. My man, you heard him in the interviews and everything. To the point where he is literally moved to tears and damn near got me crying up there on the stage.
Yeah.
The dude is saying it wasn't about him. We never seen Samurai like that. I don't know how much they're willing to show on this camera.
No, so
he's popping off. He's swearing everything.
He's super excited and like super emotional.
Defending him. He feels like that what Punk was doing there was, this is what he said. It is what it is. We keep it a buck on here. He feel like that was bullying. He's talking crazy to his teammates and everything like that, being disrespectful. That pop-off was not about Samurai. It was about his teammates. He feels like it's important for those of us who are up there. Well,
so to this stage, you have like some sort of responsibility.
You have a responsibility, and it's about the showmanship being, a proper competitor and not rubbing it into a newer player's face. But I don't feel like they're not. I don't think that they're kids like that. I don't see that they're new here. Granted, I give him that. But as far as, all you got to do is go back to Combo Breaker.
Yeah.
And you really want to make an example? Do you remember how you was talking?
I'm not.
Dude, I'm just saying.
I'm not. I don't think he's against trash talk.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
He feels
so
like
you're saying specifically.
This is past. He feels like
so
that's
you're saying
past
that you should not do. You're saying so
I'm
what
not
he
saying
did,
you
he should not
do nothing. I'm talking about what Samurai told us directly.
Out of the context, like, to be honest with you, from not being able to hear it on comms, I don't feel like it was anything too personal.
You didn't even know what the point that I just
No, we didn't hear that. We didn't hear none of that. So we heard the tail end of it where Samurai was popping off, and we already saw him just in there popping off solo going off before the interview. So we saw all of that. So I completely understand, but you got to remember the context of it, like he says.
Super important.
We didn't hear that beginning part, but we did hear him talk about doing in the interview, like, hey, man, you don't talk that way to, like, you know, the younger generation
right?
of players.
The future of the game.
Yeah, that's what he's saying.
6 and all, these are the people that's going to pretty much carry the scene moving forward. And outside of all of that, talk-ish, get hit, right? That's just how the game goes. That's why it's so dope. That's why
you get yourself out there, then you're susceptible to the same
now,
thing.
that is what I am behind. I am 100% behind. He's like, yo, throw me up there. I'm going to take that. You know what I'm saying? The fact that he actually took that with the authority. That's why I said, you know what I said? I said, samurai, you're a samurai, not a sailor. Because we heard those words. I literally said that. We heard those words, and we never see samurai like that. So we know it was a game of passion. And that last set really, that last one game really meant something to him. And it meant 5 points to the CLG team.
We can do a full podcast on it. That's for sure. Hit us up on Twitter about it.
I'm sure you got a show you can talk about it all.
Let's get into it. We got to get into it, man.
Can I say this one last thing on that?
You got to be quick,
okay,
man.
I know I got to be quick. Cool. What I'm saying is this, man. There's a lot of people who post their opinions and whatnot all over Twitter and just talk from afar about what they disagree with and all that. To me, do what Samurai just did instead. Put yourself in a position where you can go ahead and go up against whatever it is that you disagree with and try to make some type of change. I feel like that's exactly what Samurai just did, whether you agree with him or not. And I think that's what's amazing and moving about what he did. My man went up. Someone was talking trash to him. He disagreed with how he goes about representing the scene, and he smoked him. And you know, I think it was dope. That's impressive.
Damn, we can say smoke on one game, huh? We can say you got smoked on one game.
Winning is winning. Hold
up. Answer this, please. If it went the other way, would somebody have popped off?
Possibly, yeah.
No, possibly? You swear,
100%.
You swear to God, possibly.
100%.
Okay, thank you.
You know what's 100%? Next week's matches, Nasser Bandits versus Red Rooster. You guys do not want to miss it. Followed by CLG coming back again versus UYU. It's going to be intense either way. The way that we're spinning all of these, listen, we can talk about it all day, but we do not have time for it. What we do have time for is getting yourself ready because we have another week of gameplay coming right after this. You've been enjoying Street Fighter League. It's been week number 6. We'll see y'all for next week instead.
Nice!
He's going with this momentum.
Every hit confirmed by that CLG bench. There's the stun damage on the table for Chris right now.
Yes. Hey, let's go!
Oh boy, it doesn't matter right now. Smash under the big opener. That's a very traditional one at that. If you're Chi. Trigger on the line. Are we going to see the command grab? No, covers. Wait a minute, he didn't press a button. But look at the damage incoming. If this doesn't kill, he's going to be stunned. And I tell you what, man, all of the day's work.
Wow.
The world.
Oof.
That was so far.
Can't
do it.
Yeah.
You cannot do it. Not allowed to. And enough damage building up the meter. Oh, he actually .exe.
Baited. DC kill. Back to the corner.
Oh my God.
V-shift break.
This guy's an actual beast.
Why you got to be careful playing at that range? Oh my God, that's not what I was talking about. Not ready for the first hit, but ready for the second. Here we go. Can somebody clip that combo and send that?